This is Sophie Heller, and this is an ACT English purpose question. The question is asking us which sentence, if added to the end of paragraph 5, so here at the end of the passage, is going to be the best way to tie it back to our first paragraph. So we want to find a good way to reference the first paragraph, but also effectively conclude the passage. So let's look at our answer choices. Our first choice, gravity is particularly evident in the orbital pattern of Jupiter. So our fifth paragraph, our last paragraph, talks about how gravity works not only in our own lives, but in the natural processes in the entire world. It works for streams and rivers, it shapes the stars and galaxies, the planet's orbits. So even though we've mentioned planet orbits here, it wouldn't really make sense to just give this weird fact about Jupiter, about gravity being evident, because it's a really specific fact, and it doesn't serve to link back to paragraph 1. So paragraph 1 is our intro about how Einstein studied a lot of things in his lifetime. One of these was gravity, and how gravity is the profoundest of concepts, and gravity is still one of science's more intriguing puzzlements, which is a fancy way to say that scientists are still studying it and still don't completely understand it. So this really specific fact about Jupiter isn't going to work to connect this paragraph 5 about gravity's work in the world back to the idea that gravity is a really intriguing question and it's a profound concept. So that's going to be no good. Let's look at choice number 4. We have Albert Einstein is known worldwide as one of the most gifted original thinkers of our time. Yes, we talk about Einstein all throughout this first paragraph, but he's really only used as a way to lead into an entire essay about gravity. So we have no mention of Einstein in paragraph 5 either. So it'd be pretty weird to have this whole paragraph about how powerful gravity is over here, and then to just give a fact about Einstein. So even though it has to deal with paragraph 1, it has nothing to do with paragraph 5. So that's going to be an irrelevant way to connect the two. So we have these two sentences. So choice number 2, it says, as a shaper of stars and galaxies, gravity's impact is immense, which is very true. This is connecting back to this idea of gravity shaping the stars and galaxies. It is immense, but it's not the best way to connect it back to paragraph 1. So this choice 2 does talk about things that have been happening with paragraph 5. It talks about how gravity really is an immense force, but we want to connect it back to this idea of gravity being an intriguing puzzlement and a profound concept that people are still studying. So if we looked at choice number 3, we're gonna see it's better. So choice 3 says this mystery of gravity. So cutting back to this idea of mystifying Albert Einstein, vast as the universe, still serves to intrigue and puzzle humankind. So this is going to be a better way because choice 2 is just restating what's been stated in paragraph 5 at the end. So it's, it shapes the stars and galaxies. It's an immense force. But this choice 3 is going to be great because it still talks about this mystery, and it allows paragraph 5 to transition back to this idea of mystery talked about in paragraph 1. So for that reason, we're going to go with choice 3. It's going to be the best way to connect the two.